Hello, old souls. Welcome to the House of Scrying. My name is Steph. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. We're going to be diving into the Book of Blots. Our mirror and our muse has already been made. Timestamps below if you just want to pitter patter. Okay, so stepping in, I have a few notes here. Life insurance, death assurance, the feminine energy of fire, and the masculine energy of fire, and they seem to be coming together in whatever context or channel, personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, that you may be activating a fire energy. If something was an ember or a coal, and being able to utilize that coal to quickly set a better foundation for another fire in a different area. This is primordial fire, of course, but I also want to note it is a stabilizing fire energy. It's not erratic. There's something about burning bright where these blue lights, red lights, purple light, maybe like a UV light, come together for the white light. That's the best I'm going to call it, is this white light. Maybe it's like a propane light or like some really clean burning flame. And that's where we're stepping into. So thank you for joining me. We're going to dive in deeper to this message and see where it goes. If you're interested, again, timestamps below. Thank you for like, sharing, and subscribing. Let's go. All right, sorry. Don't peek. If you like to close the eyes, take a nice deep breath, cleanse the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of our muse, the beacon, and may we all meet a message with meaning. All right, so our muse, thank you to the influencer, is the beacon or a beacon. If you take a screenshot, personal use only, but feel well to scry in your own time. And comment below what you see, sense, or feel as your insights do expand the experience and we all become the readers, oracles, etc. Drop an emoji, whatever feels good. You guys know the drill. Be you. All right. I feel like it's a little bright back there, but let's go. There's something about a shell. Am I coming out of a shell? Oh, so these shells are something about the ears of listening. And I'm like walking through a Western kind of gate, how would it, partner? Like that's how it's feeling. But it's a swinging gate, so it's wood. It's the wood element. Okay, so there's something also about spirit here. It is passed on, loved ones with salvation and death here. This is an in-between place. These swinging gateways. Yeah, they're over here in the origins as well. Do you know what I want to ask IUE me? What was the plan? What was the originating observation? Like if you're applied for a job and you got the job, like what was the, I don't want to call it intention because I'm hearing that now, not saying for you, but just as I'm hearing it, intention. And I feel like I want to release the tension. And maybe it's about the original intention that has transformed to tension, something about that. And I might be clearing that because things are coming together here with the dreams. It's like, what is the original dream for you? That was a weird thing I just saw over to my right side. I'm going to go back into these gates. There's a ostrich here. And I'm riding the ostrich, but the ostrich is colored with rainbows. There's also a platypus in here. It's all the spectrum of this particular light. And I want to say like a one part of the rainbow starts here and ends in the afterlife of sorts, which is seemingly in this moment an in-between space that there's a vastness here. This beacon, we're completely more abstract than usual, so you're here for it or you're not. That's cool. You see how this card in this Savior card, and this is in the Cave of Rivers of Feeling. I want to plop that right in there, and I know the light is very, very bright today for one reason or another. Something about popping off. Better together. It's, okay, somewhere over the rainbow. I kind of want to say life is the in-between of death points. Gold, goldenrod, dandelion, something about yellows, yellow light. There's a lot of different kind of lights here. Safety pins. There's someone down here that's in a smudge. I think it's the spirit I saw earlier quickly. Like they're just like a smudge in your peripheral, but they start at the front and then they go to the peripheral. They don't start in the peripheral. It just kind of does that. Some of you might have some energies. It is a feminine energy. This death card is really beautiful, and it's asking me, every time I look at this death card, it brings me, see it like the purples, to the purple lights in here of origin. And then this white light in the primordial is the salvation card. It feels like pure form. Pure form. And the muse being a beacon, burn bright, burn bright. Chin up. There's someone like actively like pushing my chin up, not in like a hoo-hoo, like a snotty way, but you know, if you had like somebody there with you and they would touch your shoulders and you would relax and like check your posture. Again, it's not in this like passive aggressive way. It is like lift yourself up. Like I kind of feel, I don't know if this is higher self or if this is a very healthy ego saying to essence, to the essence part of us in the heart of hearts with the two figures in there together, the two fires, and the two fires make the third. And then the embers, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And that's kind of what I'm being asked to see. It's like this, it's a very healthy ego energy, which is like the life insurance working with the death assurance, which I'm leaning into is the divine embodied, the essence embodied in ego. And the ego is like chin up essence, like let's okay, so the way I saw that was like a driver and a passenger, and like here in the Western, we drive like by looking at a car is always really awkward, right? So we're looking at, no, I'm in the car, I'm in the driver's seat. So I'm on the left side, driver left, and say essence is in passenger right side, you know, front right side. And then European style, I believe, and beyond, their driver is in the right front and the passenger is left. So put those two together And it makes complete sense to me in this moment. I'm like, oh, I get that. I get that. Different blind spots, different points of view, same vehicle, same vessel. Fuels and functions amongst the whole vessel is of one, but it's like the fuel pump might be work with more so, say, ego, and the can't remember what I said. I'm already way too liminal. Did I say fuel pump? So then pick the water pump for the essence. You know what I'm saying? Like there's different functions, oxygen sensors and all this in the vehicle that they share. And then yes, there's still a back seat. And there's like these other versions. Yeah, and it's interestingly enough, as soon as I said that, it's like an old-fashioned station wagon where some of us could sit backwards at the back. It was very fun. Anyway, let's keep going. All right. On the bottom here was initiation. I don't get the sensation that personally for me in this moment that, oh, it's like, oh, this initiation, this climbing. This feels like I'm moving through the rainbow that starts or ends, depending on how you're looking at it, in the animated realm and divine death realm. And something about be rest assured. There is some wind here. You might be working with wind energy or working with the wind, maybe even wind chimes. There's happy faces here. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay, so there's a broken ladder, and I'm only saying it's broken because the physical structure of it, wood element and or earth, depending on how you're looking at it, there's a renovation happening. It's a renovation. Some of you might be renovating homes, vessels, I don't know, working on your fitness, spiritual muscles, all the great and grand things. But I also want to note there's this feeling while I'm moving through all the different light sources. Gold. I think you're going to be surprised. Whatever context this is in, personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic. Surprise, surprise. Hey, I love that the divine masculine is coming through with Mars energy, and this is the origin of this. Thank you. I'm back in the gates. The Western gates, howdy partner, and even with the origin card, the two rocks there, and French horns or some other kind of horn that's similar. It's like a trumpet with a loop-de-loo in it. And I want to plop it in right there. So Mars, divine masculine energy, and we were talking about the femme and masculine energy of fire. In order to like bust through these, it's primal to draw in that ego essence, primal energy to be born, and it does take a certain amount of grafting and fire and vigor. For sometimes it's about getting angry and admitting you're angry. Now, how we work with that anger and transmute it, like that erratic fire or a calm fire, but strong and emanating, they could, I'm just expressing here how I'm feeling, both of these fires, like one could be, you know, crazy, and then the other one could be strong, whatever the case is, just emanating a lot of heat. They possibly could be both utilizing anger or aggression, doesn't have to be negative, Mars energy, and it doesn't look the same, but they're utilizing the same energies. emotions. One may throw gas on the fire. One may throw some water on the fire and create steam for cleansing. So then when I wander into that space, as I landed to, the water pump and the fuel pump, Essence steps in and says, hey, we can use this for cleansing as well. And I'm going to utilize the mineral realm and the rocks maybe around this, add some water, create a steam of cleansing. And fire's like, absolutely, I got this. It's not going to dim me. We'll transmute that as well. Cool. Or it's going to boil water for a different nutrient. You get the gist. And maybe this more erratic, or I don't know, whatever kind of fire this is, but you know, there's energy being taken or viewed upon to navigate safety and security, because it's like, or the embers of this anger, aggression, primordial force again is coming through. And it's like, okay, we gotta, oh my goodness, watch the embers, the wind will carry the embers, and is it going to catch something else? It's a whole different feeling where, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. All right. You know, if you're part of the 2nd or 3rd tier of the Secret Society channel membership, we will flip this for more insights. There's something else happening over here. Oh, I feel like I'm being I feel like I'm being pushed to I want to call it peer pressure. Okay, so I'm also, there's a paper airplane. Maybe you can expect messages. It is from spirit or a letter from someone or something, or you're going to write something down. But I'm going to say first and foremost, this paper airplane is in gold. So it's not coming from like IUE me, maybe from the higher self concept or your favorite version of yourself that you like to communicate with. But whoever or whomever you would interact with that you feel would be golden light. Yeah. All right. There's more of that gold and the mirror of self-reflection. This is that feeling of favorite self. Human self, higher self, heart self. Who's your favorite self? This comes back to somewhere in the beginning when I yammered through all these different versions. Something with the number 44 and or to 8. I know I lost track of myself there. Where am I? This is a different kind of landscape. This is like tilting on me. And not in a bad way. I feel like I'm playing one of those games. If there was like a little ball that was like rolling around in here, like on Survivor or something, and you got to maneuver with the 2 people and work in tandem. Something about not releasing force. What did I just say? Not releasing force? Flowing with force. There's something about that. Like parting the seas, parting a rock. And there's something, a different force here, a different force that I feel like you're working with or welcoming in. I'm accepting it. It's the favorite self. Thank you. I came back. The human self, the higher self. But like when you think of yourself like your favorite self, you're like, oh, it's my favorite part of being human. This is my favorite part of it. When you think about, look in the mirror like, oh, this is my favorite hairstyle. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a physical representation. I don't really even know what that means, but something about your favorite version of yourself. Infinite possibilities. There's that 4-4 to the 8 coming in, and that's with the Cave of Hearthfires with stability. And this is stabilizing those 2 fires. The 2 4s to the 8. The 2 4s to the 8. And I feel like this infinity of endless possibilities, which kind of is all gold here with our beacon. Stabilizing or stability and balance. So there is a peak point of something, but it's actually not where something is born. It's like the big bang of being born, and there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of force in this. And how, oh, maybe it is a guide that steps forward. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about sheer willpower, or anything like that. It may have a part in the alchemy of this, but it's not the be-all, end-all in the endlessness of possibilities. And the endlessness is bringing me also into the death, which to me is feeling more divine. And the density, the origin part, like to be here, this birth point of you being here required creation, force to birth you, like to rearrange itself so you could see all these different versions of you, aspects of you, and interact with more of you endlessly. And then also to be able to stabilize it like those two fires and to become the third, which is being your own guide, receiving help and support. I'm not dismissing that. There's an illumination in here. It just is. There's an illumination. All right. We'll do one more, and then we'll head on over to the flip side. And you know there'll be an Easter egg card at the end. Comet, potential for change, and whirlpool, galaxy, healing old wounds. You know, if you've been with me, this is my fingerprints of the gods. And in the Cave of Rivers, you know, just with the salvation card, the spirit guide, like it's damn it, it's the God particle. I gotta write that down. Insert whatever word you or definition that you would feel good with God. If that's a deity, a presence, creation, creator, greater operating device, greater observational device, deity, but it's you, like your God particle of the self. That's why it's life insurance, death assurance. It's like there's the same, it's the one vehicle. And it can be like a Mars rover, a hall of mirrors, a race car track, an illumination that changes something within. Do I want to say within? I really am trying to be careful here, but I don't know why. And so maybe this is indicative of those two fires to the third. The potential for change, the conditions for change. And while we can say, oh, well, humans don't like change, I kind of want to say that's a lie. And if we look at ourselves and look around, that's bullshit. Because we change every single day. Every minute, every second, we are making decisions that help us navigate. We change our clothes, we change our hair, even in that form. We change jobs, we change interests. So what is it? Is it when it feels like it's outside of us and we need to adapt? This is a rabbit hole I'm just in. I'm not defining it for anyone else. Just in this moment, it feels like I've been lying to myself that I am a creature of habit. Yes, but that's not so defining that it removes change or repels it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you got to align with what I'm saying. This is just an outward contemplation of conversation as we do here in the House of Scrying, because this is what we do. Open conversations to ponder. So yes, might be a creature of habit and a creature of change. And that harmony of the heart of the two fires comes together, and I realize I don't need to fight either of them or confine either of them. Comes into that illumination of the white light, fingerprints of my own God particle, which is landing with death, which is the divine. Okay, I hope this would serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. I'm going to head on over to the flip side. If you're joining us, there might be this video right here, or you can check out any other playlists. I love you. Till next time. Bye. We're gonna get an Easter egg to take us to the flip side. All right, your Easter egg cards are Divine Guidance and Passion. More passion, more passion, more passion.